Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the start of round 2 here at the GPT tonight at Nerd Rage Gaming. I'm Andrew Donnelly with my co-host.
Oh, Matthew Robert Dow, yeah, that's
Matthew
me.
Robert Dow. A little slow on the uptake here.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot my name for a second there.
We are into round 2, and we see Ben Sliwa, a Nerd Rage Gaming favorite here.
Favorite? Oof.
Facing off against Charles Martin Jr. We got the Red, White, Aggro and Jeskai Control list playing off. What do you like here?
Oh, I like Red, White, Aggro, man. That
Yeah.
deck is sweet. I also like Jeskai Control, like, that's a cool deck.
Sure.
Andrew Cuneo did pretty well with it at the GP Denver last weekend. He lost playing for top 8,
Alright.
I believe. But I think I do like Ben, and I think Ben is advantaged in the matchup here. Although he not having a 2-drop is not very good for Ben. So yeah, Ben really needs to be aggressive. This Jeskai Control deck is.
It's a powerhouse, yeah.
I think it's a control. It's like this weird control deck, burn deck sort of thing. Like it's got Narset and.
Sure.
I don't know, but that's a good one right there, man. That card is pretty.
That
Grimaz
is
is
a
pretty
good
good
card.
against control decks.
Yes, it is.
So he's got a couple of cards in his deck. Vanishing Light would be pretty good if he as an answer to Grimaz right here.
Yep.
Jeskai Charm, not a very good answer. But Jeskai Charm, sort of an answer, not really. I think that's what he's gonna upkeep Jeskai Charm. Take a damage, so and a draw step up Jeskai Charm. So trying to hopefully have mana up here to dissolve it on the way back. Which, he's playing 4 copies of Dissolve. Then gonna play a Whirling Outburst. Not that great in the face of Charles's Anger of the Gods, but hey man, you gotta play something. Ben doesn't have a 4th land. Let's see if Charles does. I imagine we do have a 4th land if we're going to Jeskai Charm the Brimaz.
Well, he does have an Anger of Gods in hand.
Yeah, but man, we got Brimaz, like, I'll take 3 damage for a couple of turns if I can
If you can deal with the Brimaz.
Yeah.
Sure.
My issue is that he has Dissolve, but he doesn't have a 5th land. It looks like he may have an island. If he has an island, I do like just taking the damage and then, hoping Ben just jams Brimaz into open mana. But if we don't have the 5th land, then and Ben just passes. It's kind of miserable for us. I think we're on the just dissolve whatever plan. So
Interesting.
yeah.
So not even keeping the Dissolve
But-
up and waiting for the Brimaz.
Yeah, I mean, which is fine now. Brimaz is less good now because we have mana to stoke the flames. Or don't have any in our list. But we also have mana to, like, now we can try to find end hostilities, and so we're not just super dead if we, don't find those cards.
Correct.
Ben, still no 4th land. But, I mean, he's playing an aggro deck, so who needs lands? I guess he does because his curve tops out at Stormbreath Dragon, but...
So maybe you want maybe you just want a few lands in there.
Yeah. So I think Charles has the 5th land. I imagine if we don't... I can't imagine just sitting here bluffing Dissolve. I'm not bluffing Dissolve.
You have to progress the board state somewhat.
Am I playing Sarkhan? No. Sarkhan is just a fireball. Or, like, he's just stoked the flames. Because he's just going to take 3 damage, and then Ben's probably just going to hit him with Lightning Strike or something. Just make a card that's, like, that's dead in this matchup in Lightning Strike. Now this card is live.
Sure.
Because now Ben gets some card advantage off of it. You're just essentially stoked the flamesing me. This isn't great for me. Because this card is for sure dead.
Ben's dropping down to 15 after the Sarkhan attack. We have Charles at 15 as well, hanging himself.
Yep. So we'll see if... I imagine that Ben is going to kill the Sarkhan this turn. Playing Brimaz here just gets us... we just get end hostilities, which is just awful. So he's going to put it to 2.
I'll get 1 in there on Charles.
Yeah, so he's going to Lightning Strike. But yeah, this does take our whole turn, but
you're removing the threat. You're
Yeah.
removing a threat that potentially kills your Burmaz.
Right. But provided Charles continues to make land drops, Ben is starting to fall behind, I think. He has good cards still in his hand in Brimaz and Stoke the Flames, but he also has, Ben has like quite a few, like Change of the Rocks is just not good in this matchup. I guess you can hit Charles's one copy of Pearl Lake Ancient, so yeah, there's that, but
Very
it's just
true.
not very good. So it's kind of unfortunate for Ben that he's just kind of drawing dead cards. Hushwing Griff kind of also deadish card. If Ben had a Pyromancer is really good, but Ben needs more lands. Charles is just going to take the damage here, and
He's passing back.
he
Played his temple.
doesn't even have the mana to dig through time. So I don't. Maybe he's just bluffing Dissolve, which,
Sway in 3.
man, I don't know if I really like. So Ben is just going to pass back.
There's the dig through time. Pinging himself for 1, it looked like? No, he's got the
It
mana.
costs 8, right?
1, 2.
He does have 8.
4,
Okay,
5,
I didn't
6,
see this.
7,
I didn't
8.
see the other card in his graveyard. So I don't like passing back here. Like we have a bunch of cards in our hand that cost. He has Hordeling Outburst, Brimaz. If our opponent has Dissolve, our opponent has Dissolve.
Sure.
We're not getting anywhere just passing to our opponent who is continuing to hit land drops and has 5 open mana.
Just,
know?
the tokens aren't going to...
No, the tokens aren't going to get me anywhere.
Right.
Eventually, my opponent is going to find a way to kill them, and then I'm going to lose.
Correct.
And if I do jam like a card, and if I play Hordeling Outburst there and it gets dissolved, then so be it. My opponent can't cast.
Does
Dig
not
Through
have
Time
another
that turn,
dissolve in hand.
and he's blowing dissolves.
Yes.
So
We see an Anger the Gods in Charles' hand now, which
yeah,
he
so
will
now
drop
he
with
can
the
anger
tokens.
and then still have mana open to cast dissolve next turn. So like Ben isn't just isn't getting anywhere here. I guess he is holding mana up so he can cast Hushwing Griff at end of turn, which is fine.
It's a beater. I mean,
It's actually not horrible because if like Charles played a sweeper there, maybe his sweeper answer is End Hostilities, which
Sure.
then he doesn't have any mana open and we still have a 2/1. So Flash is good.
Flash is a good mechanic. So Ben's going to draw for turn, go to combat, swing with the Hushwing Griff.
But like now I don't know if we can just because we saw Anger of the Gods. I think we just have to continue playing threats. Yeah.
Another Hordeling
And I
Outburst.
think if we're Charles, we just have no choice but to dissolve everything from
Let's-
here on out.
That's interesting because I think Charles has an additional Anger in hand.
All right, well, he can't have an additional anger. If he does, then it's just miserable, and he should never dissolve that ever because he could just untap an anger away. I think he has Jeskai Charm and I think maybe Lightning Strike.
Okay.
So
So we'll see the untap here from Charles. It looked like he was going to just take this off the top. Banishing Light? So we see
Yeah.
Banishing Light, Jeskai Charm,
Lightning
Lightning Strike, and one more?
yeah, Jeskai Charm is so weird in this deck to me. Like
It is. It's very strange.
I don't particularly like it. It does. I'd rather be playing Stoke the Flames because it kills things.
Yeah, but then again, he's also not playing, it seems, there's a Karanos in his hand. The God of Storms makes an appearance.
Oh yeah.
And that's a card I love.
It-
Oh, boy.
There's a Chain to the Rocks target for you.
Oh, man. If he can slam that card down.
Get a Sarkin into play, get a Jace the
Oh.
Living Gilpack into play, Pearl Engagement, and then we got a target for Chain to the Rocks, baby.
That is a sweet card. But going back to the Jeskai Charm.
Yeah,
It's interesting that you say that because I feel the same way. I feel like Azurius Charm in and of itself.
but it cantripped.
Correct. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like it was... Is that a Narset
That's a
too?
Narset, baby.
Oh, jeez!
Man, we're almost at devotion for that Karanos.
So here it comes, the Narset in
Uh-oh.
oh boy.
Ben's like, man, I hope I got 7 points of burn in my hand.
I mean, he's got the Banishing Light. It can't target the Narset because of the Hexproof.
Ben doesn't
this-
Ben's not playing Banishing Light.
He does not have
Yeah.
Banishing Light in his
He has Chain to the Rocks, but
Chain to
also
the
doesn't
Rocks.
target Narset because of Hexproof.
Oh boy.
So
Also,
Ben-
no Mountain.
No, it's not having Mountain.
There's just no... Here comes the Hushwing Griff. Ben's going to just try and race it, I think.
Yeah, I think that's his only plan. I think he has a Rabble Master, so obviously I think that's going to get played.
Yeah.
Post-combat Ravelmaster. Doesn't really matter in this situation. Our
So
opponent isn't getting lifelink.
Correct, Charles is down to 6 after the Hushwing Griff attack?
I think he's at 7.
7?
No, I guess he's at 6. He must have taken a damage somewhere. So it's 14 to 6. So
We've got...
man.
Well, I guess...
We put Narset in our deck for a reason. It's to get into the red zone, baby. It has first strike, too.
It has hexproof first strike 3/2. When you attack, you reveal the top 4 cards of your library and may cast... Oh, here we go.
Oh, Ben, hoping to fade.
What? Before damage... Okay, here we go. So what do we see?
So, Dissolve, Banishing Light, Prognostic Sphinx.
So he can cast the Banishing Light or Dissolve.
So, cast Banishing Light, dissolve my Banishing Light to
Scry. Not at all. I think we Banishing
That's not
Light
the line?
That is not the line.
Dang.
And now those cards remain in exile, so they cannot fuel...
So he can't fuel Delve?
Correct. No, it's interesting here that he got in with the Narset.
Yeah.
Managed to Banishing Light the Rabblemaster.
Sure.
Chose not to use the Jeskai.
I might have gained life there.
I think I would have also. I think if you're playing Narset, she's filling the spot of Aetherling. And Aetherling plus Azuria's Charm late game.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we just died to Ben draws a land and we just get Lightning Struck twice.
So I'm going to Lightning Strike your Griff.
So, I mean, Ben does have an out if he has 2 Lightning Strikes, which we know he doesn't. If we just get double Lightning Struck here...
well, there's a Stoke in his hand.
So, Stoke puts us at 2, but then we just kind of go back up to, go back up to 6.
Sure.
We just trade Jeskai Charm for it. So, yeah, Ben getting stuck on lands here was just not very good for him.
I'm not completely against the way Charles played that turn. I think I would have reordered the way I would have played it, but...
Yeah, I would have cast the Jeskai Charm to gain life because, like I said, we just die to double Lightning Strike.
Correct.
Unless we have Dissolve in our hand, which I don't think we do.
Well, here's Double Seeker the way for Ben, which isn't bad at all with a single Stoke in hand.
It's not great, though.
So we'll see a Lightning Strike from Charles on one of the Seekers.
Yeah, Ben has, no good blocks. I imagine Jeskai Charm this turn to gain the life.
I think you're...
10. You maybe even cast the Vanishing Light.
As you were saying before, Ben was starting to fall behind, and this card just continues to put him ahead. I mean, now I've got an Elspeth and a Dig Through Time for free.
Now, you can't cast... Can you cast the...
It is all non-creature spells.
All non-creature spells, and you can cast them at sorcery speed if necessary?
Correct.
Right.
So that Elspeth will under play.
I think... I mean, he once again didn't Jeskai Charm.
He didn't Jeskai Charm.
So, I mean, he obviously knows we don't have 2 Lightning Strikes or we'd be dead.
Yep.
But there's still the possibility that we do, that we have double Lightning Strike. And I just don't like not getting life. We can even see the cards and then gain the life, I don't know if we've moved to damage or not.
Both players have marked their books, so...
Getting to cast Elspeth and Dig Through Time for free is pretty good, though.
I will tell you, Charles is playing cards that I love. All of these cards are cards I like.
All right, man, well, here you go.
The list is right there. I'm just saying, I mean, this is...
He's kind of weak to Stormbreath Dragon.
As far as removal?